The 7 levels of acting failure. One role can destroy a career overnight. One franchise can trap you forever. One scandal can erase decades of success. John Travolta lost $10 million and his credibility on Battlefield Earth. Dwayne Johnson made billions playing the same character in every film, but can't escape it. Mel Gibson was blacklisted for a decade after one drunken rant. Kevin Spacey's completed scenes were erased from a finished film. These aren't actors who failed to get famous. These are massive stars who self-destructed, got trapped, burned out, melted down, got cancelled, or were systematically erased. Ready to witness Hollywood's 7 levels of failure, from miscast disasters to complete erasure? Let's expose the brutal hierarchy of acting catastrophes. Level 1. The miscast. The miscast occurs when an actor's established strengths collide with a role that contradicts everything audiences trust them to deliver. It's not bad acting. It's wrong casting, creating cognitive dissonance. John Travolta's Battlefield Earth stands as the defining example. After Pulp Fiction revitalized his career in 1994, Travolta used his newfound power to champion L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology novel. He pitched it for decades before Franchise Pictures agreed to fund it. The disaster? Travolta's grounded charisma was replaced with exaggerated prosthetics, distorted speech, and an alien warlord persona that clashed with every association audiences had with him. The reported $73 million budget was fraudulently inflated. Actual production cost $44 million, with $31 million embezzled by Franchise Pictures, later bankrupted after investor lawsuits. The film made $29.7 million worldwide. Catastrophic failure. Travolta took a $10 million pay cut, hoping for back-end profits that never came. Then invested $5 million of his own money when funds dried up. He lost approximately $15 million total. Roger Ebert called it like taking a bus trip with someone who has needed a bath for a long time. It won Worst Picture of the Decade at the Razzies. The 3% Rotten Tomatoes score sealed Travolta's reputation as someone whose creative instincts couldn't be trusted, creating a barrier around him for future large-scale investments. One overlooked detail. Travolta signed on without fully reading the script, revealing early career willingness to chase franchise prestige over material quality. Level 2. The typecast. Typecasting becomes failure when the very thing that makes an actor successful becomes the barrier preventing evolution. Commercial expectation creates a profitable prison. Dwayne Johnson fits this level because his entire career revolves around one protected archetype, the unstoppable, noble, a physically imposing hero who rarely shows weakness and almost never loses. This persona guarantees reliable global earnings, $12+ billion career box office, but restricts emotional depth and narrative vulnerability. Johnson himself admitted avoiding dramatic roles for years out of fear. His contractual stipulations control how much physical damage his characters can sustain, keeping his image intact but preventing exploration of characters with real narrative risk. His 2025 transformation for The Smashing Machine, where he portrayed MMA fighter Mark Kerr with visible fragility and internal conflict, demonstrated the range he'd suppressed to maintain blockbuster consistency. Jason Statham represents business-optimized typecasting, fully embracing fixed persona because it yields predictable global revenue. His stoic, hyper-competent enforcers make films reliable international performers, especially in markets prioritizing action over dialogue-driven storytelling. Level 3. The overexposed overexposure occurs when an actor becomes so omnipresent that their cultural value diminishes through saturation. Kevin Hart's placement stems from ubiquitous presence across movies, streaming comedies, stand-up specials, and staggering commercial appearances. His relentless work ethic made him appear everywhere at once, creating association between his image and constant promotion rather than unique creative output. Hart appeared in television ads so frequently viewers joked about seeing him every other commercial, illustrating how overexposure blurs distinction between performance and advertising. Many of his roles share near-identical comedic beats, amplifying fatigue by offering minimal variation. Box office draw began softening, revealing how overexposure converts familiarity into commercial risk. Chris Pratt exemplifies modern overexposed, constant franchise involvement. Guardians, Jurassic World, Avengers, Mario, Terminal List, merged with online ideological scrutiny. Level 4. Scandal failure occurs when personal conduct creates reputational damage, requiring extended rehabilitation or permanent career adjustment. Charlie Sheen's meltdown was defined by direct confrontation with employers, creating immediate rupture in top-earning television property. His public tirades in 2011, including live-streamed outbursts and hostile attacks against Two and a Half Men producers, dissolved any possibility of functional working relationship. Warner Brothers fired him immediately, citing dangerously self-destructive behavior. Analysts estimated losing his syndication stake could cost him hundreds of millions of dollars. Level 5. The blacklist. The blacklist represents severe professional collapse, where an actor becomes immediate liability. Mel Gibson entered this level after his July 2006 DUI arrest, during which he delivered an anti-Semitic rant that instantly transformed him from bankable star into reputational hazard. Studios treated him as toxic asset, quietly removing him from major productions for nearly a decade. His return came not through acting, but through directing, specifically Hacksaw Ridge, 2016, which earned 6 Oscar nominations and $175 million worldwide. The industry required exceptional artistic success before reconsidering his public value, demonstrating that at this level, redemption hinges on extraordinary output rather than forgiveness. Kevin Spacey's collapse was immediate and absolute after multiple allegations of sexual misconduct emerged in October 2017. Netflix terminated its relationship, removed him from House of Cards, and halted all projects. All the money in the world reshot his completed scenes with Christopher Plummer. Unprecedented $10 million financial undertaking demonstrating lengths studios go to distance themselves. Even though Spacey later won several legal battles, the industry did not reverse its stance, illustrating that moral toxicity, once publicly established. Armie Hammer's placement derives from swift collapse, triggered by leaked messages involving violent fantasies and allegations of non-consensual behavior. Within weeks, his agency dropped him, publicist resigned, and multiple projects recast his roles. Level 6. The meltdown. The meltdown represents complete psychological or behavioral collapse visible to public in real time. Charlie Sheen's 2011 meltdown wasn't just scandal. It was live-streamed psychological break. His Torpedo of Truth tour sold out arenas where audiences watched him rant incoherently. He claimed to have Adonis DNA and tiger blood, created catchphrase winning while clearly losing everything. Warner Brothers didn't just fire him, they filed legal documents citing his conduct as making him unable to perform contractual obligations. His $1.8 million per episode salary vanished. Level 7. The Forgotten. The Forgotten describes actors who fade not because of scandal, but because industry structures, genre shifts, or targeted suppression quietly remove them from opportunities. It's systematic erasure without explanation. Sir Brendan Fraser embodies this level due to intersection of physical injury, emotional trauma, and institutional neglect. Years of stunt-heavy work during the Mummy era, 1999 to 2008, resulted in multiple surgeries on his back, knees, and vocal cords, leaving him physically depleted as industry's appetite for action-adventure shifted. Fraser later revealed he felt professionally sidelined after alleging inappropriate conduct by Hollywood Foreign Press Association President Philip Burke. Conclusion: Hollywood's 7 levels of failure prove that success and destruction exist on a razor's edge. Battlefield Earth didn't just flop. It cost Travolta $15 million, and his reputation as someone with good judgment. The typecast shows that success can become prison. Dwayne Johnson made billions playing one character, but suppressed his range for 25 years. Jason Statham remained trapped in narrow archetypes that pay well but prevent evolution. The overexposed reveals that omnipresence breeds contempt. Kevin Hart and Chris Pratt learned that constant visibility converts anticipation into exhaustion. Mel Gibson, Kevin Spacey, and Armie Hammer discovered that moral toxicity carries more weight than courtroom victories. The meltdown shows that public psychological collapse becomes entertainment. Studios evacuate immediately because association itself becomes toxicity. From miscast to forgotten, these levels prove one truth. In Hollywood, you're always one decision away from irrelevance.